Topic.
Hello, good evening and welcome. When Henry Ford invented the car, he meant it to be a mode of transport which would revolutionise the way we think about the transport industry today and to make it a lot of money. But he didn't think about the consequences, which leads us very nicely onto today's Hot Topic. Here at the Hot Topic team, we've taken upon ourselves to investigate a controversial issue, an issue that's both stressful for everyone involved and for us here at the Hot Topic team. We're going to investigate parking here at Sussex University Campus. We'll be going undercover and conducting interviews to try and bring forward and to light a situation which is both difficult to park and downright dangerous. It's a situation that needs to be brought to the public's eye, and we're the people to do it. We decided to take the Hot Topic team out and about on Sussex campus. It was important to get the Sussex students themselves to speak out against the parking atrocities they're faced with. You could describe in your own words the struggle you face whilst trying to find a parking space.
It's totally disastrous, there's nowhere to park.
Quite frankly, it's sickening.
I'm shocked and appalled.
Round and round.
Can't park around here. Can't park anywhere.
Maybe, knock down the library.
I've nothing against midgets, they're real people as well.
And it's so difficult to park in that space.
Perhaps like the library to be knocked down and turned into some kind of multi-storey car park?
That's a possibility, but then, where would you put the books?
Well, it's a kind of park as you read sort of scenario going on.
Yeah, that could work.
Don't bring the topic up, it makes me cry. I lose sleep all the time. I visit the welfare office daily in a state of panic and shock.
So you're actually saying the lack of car parking spaces actually affects your quality of life?
Yes.
It's obviously very distressing. Cut it there. Cut it there. Thank you for talking to us. Cut it there. It's okay. We were deeply stressed by the responses we were given, and the Hot Topic team never shies away from its responsibility. We're going undercover to expose the parking situation. Go, Dan, go! Those places so far. Let's move on, Dan. Car park 2. Let's see if we're any better luck. I like that man's thinking. Let's go, Dan, go! No luck so far. Dan, let's be resourceful. Good stuff, Dan, I like it. Let's move. It's getting late, light's fading. A disheartened Hot Topic team is giving up. I'm here with Malcolm Phillips, University Administration for Parking, and author of such books as Give the Penguins a Voice, They Need to Be Heard, and Silence the Penguins, They Know Too Much. Malcolm, thanks for joining us.
Glad to be here.
Now Malcolm, I have a car, I drive my car, I drive it hard, and I drive it fast, but sometimes I like to park, and I need somewhere to park. You've just seen our undercover report. What are your first impressions?
Well, we are aware of the problem, and it is an issue we've been looking to target for quite some time now.
Well, if you've been looking to target quite some time, why has nothing happened yet?
Well,
excuse me, Mr. Phillips, for just 1 second. If you can, will you stop just 1 second? Give me a chance to speak, Mr. Phillips. Since we started investigating, we've had over 2 million complaints.
2 million? That's an outrageous statement. I'd like to see how you're going to substantiate that claim, especially as there's only 12,000 students and faculty at this university.
You can dodge the issue all you like, Mr. Phillips, but we are a rash that won't go away.
What are you talking about?
Never you mind.
Look, I believe I was brought here to assess the parking issue on campus.
Okay, Mr. Phillips, we'll play it your way for now. We here at the Hot Topic team understand the pressure and the fear that has engrossed the student population as the parking situation has spiralled out of control. So we've researched into a few solutions which may help resolve the situation, if you can indulge me.
Please do.
Well, currently there is over 6 acres of grassland surrounding the university. Have you ever thought of maybe turning that into some sort of university-managed car park?
No, that is out of the question. The university hasn't got the resources to buy land willy-nilly.
Okay, well currently first-year students have parking permits. Have you thought of revoking these permits and giving priority to the second and third-year students?
That is something we took into account, but it's something we'd like to do as a last resort.
Okay, well you must be aware of the linear accelerator cited beneath Engineering 2. It's a huge financial burden and takes up a lot of space which could otherwise be used for car parking.
It's something we'd have to discuss with the engineering faculty first.
Okay, Mr. Phillips, thank you. Since we've been investigating, we've been looking into the contributing factors which have led to the situation as it is, and this is what we found. Upon close examination of the situation, it becomes clear that the amount of car parking spaces are decreasing at an alarming rate. Now, when we factor in the amount of students driving in, it seems inevitable that Calamity's ugly sister Joan is just around the corner, breathing heavily and slowly unbuttoning her blouse. This inevitably leads to more students walking into university, and ultimately we can project that death's sticky hands will fall on their shoulders, with the death toll increasing as more students are mown down by drivers looking for spaces, some of them behind the wheel for 3 days now, malnourished and screaming. We commissioned an artist's rendition to show what the University of Sussex will be like if the situation persists.
Okay, now this is what the situation will be like in 2 years' time. Not much different at itself. Car parks filling up, overflowing a little bit. Now here you can see the situation in 4 years' time. Overflowing, people are getting angry. You can see the anger in their faces. Of course, not from this rendition, there are no people there, but you can see it, it is there. Finally, after 6 years, what was once known as the University of Sussex is nothing more than a wasteland, known simply as the wasteland.
You've seen how the students are reacting to an ever-declining situation. You bear witness to an undercover report showing just a glimpse of the struggle that every car driver here faces. You've seen an interview with Malcolm Phillips, who seems ever reluctant to take any sort of steps into resolving the situation. But we here at the Hot Topic team will not stop until the situation has been resolved. But until that day, thank you and good night. There's over 6 acres of grassland surrounding the university. Why don't we just burn it all and use it as a big barbecue?
What, are we actually doing something? No, seriously, we're actually doing something.